Hello, Digidestin, and welcome to the King's Court. Well, I promised it, and here it is. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I think in my red hybrid deck profile, I promised that if there was some interest, I would do a updated ShineGreymon deck, and here it is. I've been actually wanting to upload this video for a little while, but I wanted to. Here's the thing: whenever I do like a new deck profile for any deck, I always want to wait at least until over the weekend to playtest because I so sorry about that, because I really want to I don't want to put a list out there unless it can unless I know for a fact it can actually get work done. You know what I mean? Like it can actually go. And especially I prefer it if I can play it at my locals. I actually was able to play this at my locals most recent Digimon tournament, and I've done better. I basically went 2-1. First off, there was not that many people, so bunch of people weren't there this week. I guess like some stuff came up, or that sort of thing, which is understandable. But so as a result, I didn't have as many people to play test against. I did though manage to play against Leomon. The deck has an interesting matchup against Leomon because Leomon, the fact that they get a lot of their effects from being deleted, so honestly, it could be kind of a rough match. I won against Yellow Vaccine, and I'm not gonna lie. Last round, I bricked against Numamon. I had like two GeoGreymons and a bunch of Marcus Damons. So I gotta be honest with you, just like pretty much any Greymon based deck, the chances for bricking is always there. Let's just be real. If you play any Greymon deck, like here in the channel, that's what I focus on because those are the decks I enjoy the most. Black War Greymon, regular War Greymon, ShineGreymon, Red Hybrid, they all can brick. That's just the double-edged sword we have to risk. Before we get to the deck, I gotta say one thing really quick. R.I.P. to the voice actor for ShineGreymon, the Japanese voice actor for ShineGreymon, Taiki Matsuno. He passed. If you didn't hear about that, he passed away about a couple of days ago, and it's honestly really sad whenever you see somebody from a series that you really enjoy, because we don't just like the card game. We do enjoy Digimon a lot. I mean, we do Digimon content, not just cards, but a lot of stuff in general. I got some videos planned out soon coming up, so if you don't want to miss those, don't forget to hit the notification bell. But it's always sad seeing someone involved with the series you enjoy pass away. He was also, I don't want to say Chaz because obviously that's the English dub voice, and I know there are a lot of people who prefer the original version, but this is how I remember the character. But basically, he was He was basically the Japanese voice for. Shoot, I forgot. I'm gonna be real. It's been a while. But yeah, he was the original Japanese voice actor for Chaz from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Man, it's just crazy. Again, I didn't even know that was him. It's crazy. Like a lot of people here in the West, I did start off and grew up with the dub for Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, but years later when I was older, and when I was trying to track down to watch season 4, because we never got that here in the West, I really grew accustomed and was really just used to his voice for Chaz, and honestly, the dude was just super talented, and this is really sad. He was also apparently the Japanese dubbed voice actor for SpongeBob, which is just crazy to think about. ShineGreymon and being the voice of SpongeBob. Man, I guess then there's probably hundreds of thousands of people who grew up in the Japanese dub of SpongeBob who view him the same way people in the West, like people my age, view Tom Kenny whenever they see SpongeBob. So, man, just R.I.P. to a legend. Just wanted to get that out there because that's another reason I wanted to play ShineGreymon. Just again, it's just always sad seeing somebody who's involved in a series you really enjoy just pass away, no matter what. It's just really sad. So, R.I.P. So, now that's before this video gets a little too serious. Let's get to the deck. So, obviously, just like every other deck, we always start off with the Digitamers. Alright, I'm going to go now. First one, BT14 Koromon. Ah, dang it. Dropped one. Ah, dang it. Yeah, I've been saying dang it a lot. Man. Alrighty. So, this has got to be the best red. You know, not even best Koromon. This has got to be the best red Digitama right now because this card is just absolutely nuts. The fact that no matter what, as long as a security is moved your opponent's security stack, you get a draw. You get to draw. That's just on it, and they stack up too. So if you got multiples, you get multiple draws. This card is honestly nuts. The fact that this card is played in so many red decks, ShineGreymon, Red Hybrid. Although I have a video planned out for a future discussion video on Red Hybrid because that deck is going to be changing up soon with all the new BT17 supports. So, but I'll say that for a video for another day. But also the Bird deck plays this card now. It's like, man, this card is like insane. Best red Digi-Egg, honestly. So I'll put this right there. All right, start off with the rookies. Obviously, you run 4 BT12 Agumon. I'll put them right here. Just like in regular Black World Greymon, the fact that we can just look at the top 4 of our deck, add a Digimon Greymon and a Marcus Name into our hand, would not cut this card. Plus, its inheritable does come up. Minusing DP is this deck's bread and butter, so keeping that is super important. Although the next one would definitely be BT13 Agumon. The fact that you could legit you don't have to pay a memory and the fact that you can even just plop this card down and just basically, I guess in a way, awaken or something your Marcus and turn it into a Digimon and start swinging is just super valuable. So this card is honestly really great at 4. It's funny, against my friend who was playing Numamon over the weekend, when we were playtesting, he was playing Galga. Yeah, he was playing Mirage Galga in this match. He was really hoping I didn't have this in hand because I just needed one more swing on him. And actually I did. So popped it down, turned the Marcus into a Digimon, and just swung for game. So it was really funny, actually. So, yeah, I would not cut this card, honestly. Let's see. I'm running 2 the EX4 Agumon because sometimes, there are times where I don't want to, Digivolve into one of the other 2 Agumon because I'd rather save it in hand for later. So the fact that I can use this and gain a memory too, and again, red, I've said this before, red decks do not have the best draw power. So any kind of way we can get an extra card, I will not say no to that. So 2 of those. That way also, and I was playing 4, but I saw some people trying this out and I wanted to try it here, and I'm really glad I did. Instead of 4, I played 2 Agumon X. Because think of it like this. Let's say you digivolve one of your eggs into this Agumon or even this one, or either of them really. You just put them out during your turn, get their effects, awaken a Marcus, gain a memory. You just plop this down and draw and then start searching. So the fact you can do that is just really useful, honestly. So I actually really like that split right there. That's it for the Agumon. On to the Geograys. Probably the most important Geograde because there's a lot of things you can do with this card. 4 GeoGreymon, 4 BT12 Geogray. Would not cut this card. This card is super important. The fact that you can literally just play your Agumon, search. Hell, you can even put Agumon X on top of it, get more cards, and you can just pop this down and play a Marcus. Super necessary. And again, that DP reduction does stack, so would not cut that. 4 GeoGreymon for EX4. This card, unfortunately, the best Geogray is still at 1. I'm gonna be real with you. This card would switch places definitely if that was, but I'll get to that in a sec. But hey, being able to getting a draw is super necessary. Just like in Black War Gray or War Greymon Tribe, whatever you want to call it. Just like there, only one, sadly. 1 Geogray from BT13. Oh, man. Hopefully someday. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this card maybe could. There's definitely a discussion on cards I think that could probably come back to 4. Again, I'll save that for another video another time. So, 1, sadly. Someday, right? And that's it for the GeoGrays. Oh, for the record, you could run the security GeoGreymon, the one that that insecurity will play itself, and you can delete a Digimon with 4K or less. That's not a bad idea, actually. I was trying that out, and I might try that out again. Like, maybe I might cut down, honestly, this one. Oh, maybe like cut it down from 4 to 2. Maybe I feel like there's some experiment that can be done there. All right, before BT13 Rise Greymon, best Rise Greymon in the deck. Would not cut that. The fact that you can recycle your Marcuses, play one from hand, all that good stuff. Would not cut that. Although I am playing 2 Rise Greymon BT12. Mainly because there are times where you could Digivolve and just gain that memory, and that one extra memory is something really necessary, especially with all the offense trainings. So, like, if you don't have your Marcus out or something, or if you already, like, Digivolved for free when you swung with Marcus, you could just use one of your trainings, and the fact you gain a memory, probably most likely you can easily just go into Shine right there. So, would not cut that. This card, I was not gonna lie, I really was tempted to cut this card because it honestly bricked more than anything in my hand. But there were a couple times it did come up, especially against my friend who was playing. No, it wasn't Numamon. It was against Leomon, where I had a bunch of Marcus in play, and I really needed like a bigger hit stick. So, 1 Rise Greymon X. It's not bad. It does come up. Not as much as these two, but it's okay. Again, maybe I might cut it still. I'm not sure. More play testing still needs to be done. All right, time for the big ones. For the record, there is a card I'm missing. Just warning you now. There's one card missing, but I'll go over that in a sec. But first, 3 BT12 ShineGreymon. Best ShineGreymon on the deck. Minus so much DP from your opponent. Your Marcus gain extra security. This card is amazing, honestly. Will not cut it. I was trying it at 4, but 4 was way too much. Way too many times I saw more than one in my hand, so I would not play it 4. Plus, especially, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like this ShineGreymon at first. The BT13, not BT, yeah, BT13. I didn't like it at first, but after playing the deck a lot more over the weekend, I really get why this card is so good, so I would not cut this card, honestly. 2 is fine, though. 2 I think is fine. And you can't play ShineGreymon without Burst Mode. 2 Burst Mode. Now, here's the card that's missing. I think if you're looking at this, you can probably figure it out. I'm missing Rune Mode. I gotta be honest, I actually did have Rune Mode. The last time I played this deck, I did have it. But I sold it because that card, the price for it was just going way too high, and it was honestly too good to ignore. So I'm missing Rune Mode. So if you have Rune Mode, play that instead. Because instead, I'm the substitute. I'm playing. This isn't even a substitute. It's more of a placeholder. I'm playing Sunrise Buster. For the record, Sunrise Buster is okay. It does come up sometimes, but not nearly as much as Rune Mode would. So if you have Rune Mode, play that instead of this card. Just putting that out there. So yeah, rather would be playing that. But that reprint set we're gonna be getting in December. Nothing yet. If there's a Rune Mode reprint. So my friend said to let me that there's a chance it could. So I'm hoping we get one because that thing is $80 right now. Screw that. So hopefully we get something soon. If not, I'm probably going to have to track down the set it came out of and hope I get lucky. Alright, and for the obvious ones. First, 4 BT13 Marcus Damons. Gotta have the Marcus. And 4 BT12 Marcus Damons as well. What can I say? It's just like Red Hybrid. You gotta max both these out. Not much to say right there. This deck really doesn't play a lot of options, to be perfectly honest. Instead, I just played 4 offense training. It's actually really useful when my opponent's swinging at security. It's usually either Marcus or one of these. So, 2 physical training. And again, I'm only playing this because I don't have Rune Mode anymore. But if you have Rune Mode, just cut this card and play that instead. But I am playing Sunrise Buster. It's okay. It's not bad. It comes up sometimes, but you'd rather have Rune Mode. And that's the entire deck. I'm gonna be real with you. This deck is super fun, honestly, and I'm definitely gonna be uploading stuff in the deck a lot more here on the channel. And I'm really looking forward to when we get that the new Marcus and the new ShineGreymon Ace. I think that's in BT17. I could be wrong. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to check with my friend who keeps track of all that stuff. So that's the entire deck right there. So a couple quick things to note. This deck can brick. What do you expect? It's a deck that really, really needs its Tamers. So yeah, it can brick. But hey, that's to be expected, to be perfectly honest. It can do really well against a lot of decks, but it can struggle against decks like Leomon, and every deck right now suffers against Numamon. The fact that deck can just swarm and float so easily, and let's be real, this deck needs like one or two turns really to set up, and then to be able to start going. So honestly, that deck is just an issue, honestly. But hey, that's again, just like I said before, that's a different video for another time. And that's pretty much everything. Let me know in the comments what you think of this deck. If you got any suggestions, I'd love to read them. We try to read and reply to every comment we get. I have my voice cracked there. I need coffee. And that's pretty much the entire video. I'll try to record some gameplay with this deck, and as well as Red Hybrid and War Greymon and Black War Greymon. So if you want to see any of those, and if you want to see an updated bug list from Chandler Michael, his bug deck changed a lot. Let us know in the comments. Tyrant Carpetarimon, for the record. And we'll see you next time. Have a good week. Take care. Bye.